All right, yeah. The traditional iconography, the sacred iconography.
The sacred? What the fuck does that mean?
Iconography.
Okay, sure.
The naked iconography.
Well, now you're just getting...
Now I'm going wild. All right, now that we have been bathed, sanctified, perhaps, in holy beer, it is incumbent upon me to introduce this program. Hello. It is I, Jeffrey K. Horcrims, and however it came to be, you found yourself ass backwards, into Twitch's brewing program.
Nerd.
Thanks, Ghostly. Oh, Ghostly subbing from behind the camera. We love to see it. Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster and so much more. Eric J. Benson, Azerbaijan, Notorious EJB, Edge. Yes, and Hedge. Is this new?
Oh, fuck.
Essay? Is Hedge Benson? Is Hedge, should that...
You did fucking, for some reason, mention hedge witches last week.
Oh, and now it's become a theme.
I don't know why you would say that.
Me either. Well, we'll discuss it. Right now it's in limbo. We'll see if it's going to work. Now listen. You know as well as I do that we are here to undertake a sacred task, and the iteration of which we hope will give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. So, last year's product, it was a year of the snake. Congrats on the MBA, says Jex.
Oh, thanks.
The newly deigned Master Benson. But snake year of the snack, beer of the snack, snake Pilsken. And so I will put these in here, although because it's a Pils, I think I have a good sense of what we're talking about here.
Do you?
Well, I mean, it's typically...
Why don't you smell that?
It's going to be relatively straightforward, but...
No, not really. It's Belgian Pilsner, so it smells completely
No, you're
different.
right, actually. I can see the stripes in here.
Ooh, yeah. How about you take a fucking whiff?
Gentle grain rubbing.
Whoa,
Only
this is a
available.
family show. Jesus.
Only available. I doubt it. Only available here on this program. Grain rubbing like you've never seen. Now, how many of these Yakima Chief Saaz hop pellets are going into Snake Pilsken?
Jerry,
Yo.
pause for a second.
Yeah.
I want to do a thing.
What?
Things disappear.
.6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were saying that something was...
Should be fine.
Okay, they were saying that something goofy went with the sound, but let's see.
No, the sound's fine. The sync from the transmission was off for some reason.
Transmission sync.
So
All right, here.
sound
All right, so
coming
Tank.
in,
I'm getting the
good.
few from Tank, so I
Sound
think we're
going
good.
Okay.
bad.
Now, 0.6 of the Saaz from the Czech Republic. Classic product.
Or Eastern Washington.
Well, they seem to say that this is maybe it's a specific varietal or something.
No, Saaz is from the Czech. It's a Czech hop.
Oh, they're just letting us know.
It's being grown in fucking Washington
There we go.
State.
Yeah,
Eastern Washington is part of the Czech Republic.
yeah. A lot.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait,
was
sorry,
gonna say-
Western Washington.
A
Sorry.
lot of people.
Well, I guess Eastern. Yakima's Eastern, right? Or in the middle.
It's south. It's all south of us.
Yeah, that's
Stinky.
Yep,
Okay.
that's classic.
Bright, nice. We're looking for 0.6. And we're going to get it.
0.605. Nope. No.
Yeah,
Someone's cool.
very cool. I know exactly how many of these tiny green things to put in here until the number changes. All right. Oh, it's like we were talking about the yeast, and the yeast sometimes has like horse blanket. This hop has notes of dorm room and gym,
Foot sock.
right?
I guess that's kind of redundant, isn't it?
All right. Now, so Belgian
jock
pills.
strap.
Here, a little bit. Yeah, exactly. It has the tang of a jock strap.
delicious.
Yeah. It's just solid. It's just a perfect brewing input. All right, now what do we think?
What?
Do we think that this device will allow us access to its sacred function? We need to do some AdMech litanies.
Well, it should have space now, right?
Oh, that's right. We figured out the hack. Mm-hmm. And you deleted several, so it should be fine, right? Mm-hmm.
They did not expect us to have 250 beer recipes.
Yes, I was just going to say, now, if you are just joining us or if you missed last week's show, some clutch-ass... Oops, something went wrong. Please try again. There was some clutch-ass IT from Ghostly where we think that we have literally found the top end of how many recipes you can have in here. And it's a lot, but it's but I think that
For a normal person,
yes. I think that cements a couple things. One, it cements that we are at the apex of brewing. Like we are the ones who have utilized this device.
Yeah, we should get an achievement or
Or the
something.
least organized.
Yeah.
The most.
That could be the thing.
It could be.
Dumping all the recipes in there.
This was definitely not made for this. For at the height of our power.
No. We found the edge. We found the edge, Benson. All right. Yeah. Except now it's Goof Troop again. All right.
Is it connecting?
Yeah. It's connecting to Brewtop.
And?
But then it has the other error in there.
Which is?
It literally just says "oops."
Which is not helpful.
As an error message, it's like, "Ooh."
All right, I'll delete another 2.
You're just throwing recipes overboard.
Just throwing them to the wind.
Well, they can all be thrown back in later.
Yeah.
The real storehouse is in Beersmith.
You're a real storehouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. It's vicious. Vicious techniques. Yes. Rex Verity, that's actually very funny. I'm pushing the button.
Don't play with it while it's doing things.
I was like, maybe there's a maybe if I give it just a little wiggle.
Further.
Maybe so you're saying don't wiggle it?
Don't mess with the button while it's loading.
All right.
It's good. It's a good concept.
It fixed it.
No, it broke.
No. See, so wiggling is so. We're just gonna go down the
Wiggling's
list.
still not good.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced on this wiggling issue.
Too much information. It's a simple device. You don't want to overload its tiny little brain.
Did you try turning it on and off?
That was the first thing I did, actually. But you know what though? I didn't turn it off. Oh, whoa. Ho.
It's just, sometimes.
All right. Now,
I mean, it's not like it's not had trouble connecting before.
yeah, for sure. Grog Days, Ginger All the Way, Gnawing Thirst, Gerrymandering. Got all the classics in here. Kate Mulbrew, Poranaga. God, so good.
God, I remember Kate Mulbrew.
Oh, but here, hold on. Now I have to hit the button to get the next set. So let's see if we found a new opportunity. Snake Pillskin. Ho, ho, ho. All right, now, of course, right in the top, we have to remember to scratch it just so inside the machine to release the flavor crystals.
A little bit of plastic. That's what makes the beer special.
That's what gives it our unique. That's sort of the sign of our tiny digital brew house. Is bits of shrapnel. Skip. Start. Snake Pillskin.
Yeah, escape from Brew York.
Yeah, if we ever need to get the sequel.
Yeah, how is there never...
Why would you put it on that direction? The handle's at the top. That's not where it ever goes. What are you doing?
This is convenience itself.
Yeah, it's like
That's not how it's set up.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's convenient to fall off.
I feel like you're not thinking outside the box.
Well, this door is outside the box.
I'm just saying, it can go on any way you want it to go on. Stop being...
but it can't stay any way you want it to go.
I don't know, it was staying before.
No, it wasn't. He kept touching it. It was flopping
honestly,
in the wind.
One of the magnets, I think, got goosed. Probably. Josh, this is superior.
Well, that's also not the way, but that's fine.
What?
The handle's going. There was 2 handles. You
remember
they both go on the side. What are you talking about?
The side,
it's
really?
Not like you've not done this before.
Holy shit!
I have to be honest with you. I didn't really know there was a handle on here.
Oh my
That's
god!
All for me. Anyway, the main thing is that it's on. I mean, it's attached.
Sure, but it's just like how many times and you. Wow.
I didn't even know it was an exact square.
I don't know that
may or may not be true.
Oh.
Who knows?
All right, now.
Clues would know. She knows it.
We good?
Come back. I think so. Let's find out. Clues would know, actually. Now, okay, so what is inside the... Oh, this is the malt with the mouth. So this is a...
And also possibly
beer.
A whole bunch of disgusting bacteria.
Yep, it's fucked up.
Beep, beep. Is it because I put the door on?
Wow,
wrong?
is that the color?
Already overheated.
Overheated?
You put the door on wrong.
It has water in it. Is the water hooked up?
No, you didn't hook up the fucking tank.
Well, yeah, it needs water in there. All right, here we go. Oh, I will. Don't worry. Here, now I have the resume button. Resume.
Ghostly, you may want to clean these connectors.
Are they yucky?
Yeah.
Is there something sticky on there?
No, yeah.
Here,
just grody.
Which is the camera? Is it this one? No, this one?
If you're pushing that hard, it shouldn't.
Is that if I look at it? Yes. Hey.
Give me a second, then I'll grab some water.
Talk amongst yourselves. All right, now, when those are clipped, I'm going to push the resume button. And we'll see what happens.
You can do it.
Okay, it sounded good to me. That sounded clean.
Yep.
You hear it glurring? Perfect. Oh yeah, I bet that pump was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The pump was instantly in hell. All right.
Is there water in there? Like.
Oh, there's definitely water.
Yeah, but I'm saying enough.
We shall see. All right, now.
Jesus Christ.
All right, listen. So what we're saying is that we have utilized this device to the very edges of its capacity. And now we are experiencing the pains that come from a device that has become cantankerous.
I don't think this is the right beer.
Not the device's fault.
Pour the beer.
I mean, you don't think that this is the right beer?
Yeah, something's wrong here. I'm looking at what came out of the tap, and it doesn't look right.
Oh, just judging by the malt?
The color. So, this is either the wrong beer or something went incredibly wrong.
No.
This is an Australian sparkling ale. There is no color in this beer.
There shouldn't be. It's basically like, we went with like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, so either something went incredibly wrong, or this is the wrong, you didn't label it correctly.
Yeah, no, this has happened. This has happened in the past, and it's been fine.
Ooh, nope, something went incredibly wrong.
I think that, yes, okay, so you're saying that this rich color, that is the envy of all the other Twitch brew houses, you're saying that this rich color is an accident of fate.
Unless something else was added to this beer, which I don't think it was.
Well, yes, at any rate, we did not add anything to it, but I think that microorganisms might have.
I don't even know how microorganisms could get the color to there.
Oh, here, then it's a different beer. It's got to be another beer then.
Let's
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, let's. I mean, it's beer. It's beer, but it is not in any way, shape, or form an Australian sparkling ale. I don't think those ingredients are anywhere in this. I think it is something else. No.
What else is in there that's recent that it could be?
The Zimmerbrewski and there's another Omin beer.
Do it.
I mean, it was back
Date shift?
This was back in August.
Okay. Vice beer?
I mean, August is not that long ago.
Maybe Good
We had
Omen?
lots of
6
breaks.
months.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we had lots of breaks in between, that's what I'm saying. So as far as shows go, it was not that long ago.
What do we think it is?
I have no fucking idea.
What's dark?
Not anything that would. The only thing it could be is froth punk.
Here, let's take a look. This is a pale. Well, what's gonna? Okay. Here, no, Josh.
Frost Drunk and Good Omens are the other ones in there.
Here. So, Josh, take a look at the color on the laptop, right?
That could be it.
Now, take a look at that. This is froth
Tastes
punk.
like that stuff.
Yeah, let's take a look. First gold,
It's just
yeah,
a pale ale with
yeah,
caramel
with a little bit of caramel richness.
and rye.
For me, the color is like a dead ringer.
Yeah, I don't go solely on the color.
No. I mean, I'm just trying to make the best of a weird situation. So you're saying the other two that were in there were froth punk, and what was the other one?
Good Omens.
Okay, this is the other one. If we take a look at Good Omens.
It's definitely not Good Omens.
No. So, okay, so this indicates it. Now, this isn't to say that nothing went fucked with it. I think that's entirely possible, just judging from the smell. But I think that if we're looking at, it can't be either of the other ones.
Yes.
Right? It can't possibly be either of the other ones. Froth punk already? No, I don't think we've done a raw. Here's what I will tell you. Whatever happened, like I would say that something happened just from the nose on top, right? But it doesn't taste bad. To me, it doesn't taste bad.
Doesn't taste great.
Well, I don't know. I'm into it.
I don't know if we should
will
trust your
eat
taste in
and
anger,
drink
Jerry.
lots of things though that aren't good to most people. So
Yeah, you're right. That's weird.
Need we remind you about Chewy Ranch?
What?
It's getting worse.
you should chug it, and then maybe it'll get better, or really bad. How's your stomach feel now?
Is that the Band-Aid taste? Okay.
Guess we haven't said, because I was anticipating this.
There's some after effects of the chug.
Yep. That's what I was looking for. That's
Yeah.
the real test.
Yeah, it is. All right, now, if we take a look at this laptop here,
Marvelous.
it is, these are the tools that we need to iterate our powerful ritual. Now, I reserve the right at any time to address either the Bell's Oberon.
We've had that.
We have indeed, but there's also a millet beer over there. Actually, can you hand me the millet?
I didn't know you had the Oberon already.
Millet matrimony. English style millet wine. Oh, the shit.
That doesn't sound tasty. Just the words don't sound tasty.
Water, millet, hops, and yeast.
Wow.
I want to support local, but man, I don't want to support that.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here, is there? Well, we have to try it. Now
A
it's
lot of depth in that one.
it's 10 listen, it's 10%. So obviously I'm not going to go fucking crazy. But millet. All right. I'm gonna try it. That password is too long, I think. Okay, let's take a look here. Dude, have you been following any of this? Like, streamer drama
Oh, with Thor?
is what it is.
With Thor and the WoW stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I want to like hug the man. Like, he's
What a wild ass ride.
like, I want to just talk to him. Like, this has gotta be crazy. Because,
no, please continue.
like, it was a pull. It was a bad pull in WoW. Why are people losing their shit?
It was a bad call, Ripley. It's a
Like,
bad call.
one raid. It wasn't even like Leroy Jenkins level of fucking raid. Like,
Do you want to try this? Is this a solo
sure, I'll try it. I'll give it a
solo trip?
Like, even if it was a Leroy Jenkins, like, that shit was still funny. It's still funny to this day.
Yeah.
Like,
just like
I'm gonna cancel.
watching them like
Like an
tear
incredible-
just like watching them come in and then tear each other apart. And then there's like the it's like whale fall. It's like then a bunch of other streamers or commentators at different echelons
Right.
come in. It's like you got
They're
the
all-
tiny fish and you got the crabs.
Yeah, they're all little piranhas trying to vie for like a piece of the action.
it
and
was
it's ridiculous.
a wild ride.
But like trying to cancel someone who seems like a genuinely nice dude over a bad WoW poll. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, just the aggression and like the separate feeding waves.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Was a wild ass. Yeah, don't forget your mana gems. Exactly right. But just watching them come in and like play by play like a football match or something. And now there's even a diss track. And see, this is how we know it's gone too far.
Yeah, like.
All right, here.
Do
So
you also care about WoW that much? As in World of
well, they do right
Actually,
now.
yeah.
They do right now, and part of it is because these.
Listen, I logged back in.
It's sort of like
I said it.
Minecraft, like the special servers that streamers live in, and they sort of narrativize it. They've basically done that inside WoW. All right, here, let's try this. Millet matrimony from Ghostfish.
I would expect millet beer to be way later than that.
Woo.
Then what?
Than that color.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked genuinely by this because there's nothing. It has 4 ingredients. The German royalty would love it. Ah!
That good, huh?
Well, let the German royalty have it.
Oh! Oh. Oh. Oh.
You good?
That good, huh?
Describe the flavors.
I think we got all of the description we need.
I want tasty.
I already had some, Jeff. It's just not great. One of the. Listen, it's not that bad. This is like worse than you having a sour beer.
Like
God, it's still there.
I think you were less upset with the bugs. Here, let me
Well, the bugs tasted good.
try.
Yeah, honestly, the
Let me
bugs
try a
were
little bit of this.
listen. Facts. I'm always bitching about that bug stream.
Yeah.
That's some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Opening up bugs out of cans and eating them. One of them tasted like a smoky cashew. Why is that true? Why would a worm taste like a nut?
Protein.
Suck it up and have a
Hang
little
on.
What are you? Okay.
Okay, so this is one of the worst things I have ever had. Again, this has to do with my
cherry.
this has to do with my weirdo palate.
Yeah.
Just like when we were trying to figure it out with the sourness, where it's like, oh no, that's good, and I'm like, oh, there is a note.
Sour.
Oh my God, there is a note in here. I mean, there's a reason we don't brew with this shit, right? There is a note in here. But let me try to get down to it. It's like turpentine or something.
Okay, now come on.
Is it like too sweet?
No, the sweetness is cool.
Just really.
It's not that bad.
It's just really.
Like beer.
It's like burnt caramel.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, cilantro.
It does have a little bit of that barrel-aged shit in it.
Yeah. And for me, that's it. Josh has.
It really digs into your tongue with
It
that.
cloys. This is what I'm talking about.
If you don't like that, you're not gonna like
I
this
don't.
beer.
And
I don't like
it. This is horrible.
fine at
No,
first.
I know what you're talking about in terms
and
of
you're
like
stuck with it.
the caramelization. That is there, but layered over the top of that is a type of bitterness that I can only associate with like heavy oaking or like
It's probably not so dark.
industrial rubber.
Sure.
And it just hangs out in there.
Well,
Like I'm breathing it.
it
I am
clings to your
breathing
tongue.
the flavor.
Dude, so when I had the first taste, I was like just reacting viscerally. And then I had another one just to test it. It's still there. Whatever that is, it's why we don't brew with it. There must be a certain percentage of people that just cannot tolerate it.
Somebody in chat was saying a bunch of African beers use it.
What's that?
Somebody was saying a bunch of African beers use it.
Yeah, and we don't live in Africa, so I'm not going to drink them.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I bet there's probably some brewing with quinoa or something, right? I don't know what the sugar level is.
Did you know that it's an anti-nutrient? It actually keeps you from absorbing nutrients. So that's cool.
Yet you keep drinking it.
Well, no, I keep trying to figure out what it is.
It's not like the initial taste is bad.
It's not.
It's just after that.
There is something exactly.
The initial taste, it seems fine. You're like, what is happening?
No,
in my
he's
mouth?
right. I taste the caramel at first, but holy shit. Once it gets beyond that, it is, oh God, something truly malevolent.
Hey, do you want some more of this fucking questionable beer?
Yeah, it's superior. But no, there's a Bell's over here.
Yeah.
And Bell's is good because Bell's is sort of what I've switched to at the Voodoo Ranger Lounge. Just because I used to go there and then I would have things to do later in the day.
Yeah, and you'd be
I would
drunk
have
as shit.
And I would have Fruit Force.
Yeah.
And that is too much. But then, because back in the day when we had the collabs, they weren't up at like 8, 9%, right?
You can feel that beer too. It's touching me.
There is something in there.
feeling
Yeah, it's 10.3%, so you're gonna know about that. Oh,
Feel a tingle.
no, Tank, this is actually a question. Can beer be made from starch that is not grain? It's potato beer thing. We wouldn't call it that. You use a much harder yeast to process,
Rice.
right?
You can use rice,
Yeah. Yeah, rice is not uncommon.
We've made gluten-free beer.
corn,
Oh, yeah.
corn.
It was
Yeah.
great.
But not potato,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Yeah.
That's just vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, like technically, Corona's gluten-free, and they don't even advertise it. It's made with corn.
Same with Budweiser.
Fuck Budweiser.
But yeah. But so
Budweiser's
rice,
rice.
corn, Corona is made with corn?
Yeah.
I don't think that's broadly known at all. Now,
Corn-rona.
if you will. So, there's already a gentle color being produced by the Pico Brewzy.
So this one is called Snake Pilskin.
Snake Bill's,
If you get it back and it's brown, it's probably not this beer.
it could be a different beer. But no, everything about this is going to be so gentle, so nice. That's going to be a killer beast. Crystal, I've had a lot of like beers that have been aged like in a rum barrel. A whiskey barrel I have a hard time with. For some reason, the rum barrel works for me.
I don't do the rum barrel either.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh God, man, that was a fucking experience.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, here, let's move forward.
can you? At
Yeah.
this point,
Oh,
Jesus,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I got it. No, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna take it to the next level. Now, here's what we're thinking. Let's make a beer that doesn't taste like that,
That's pretty easy.
right?
Like that's every other beer.
I feel like our numbers are good in this.
Yeah.
Now, yes.
Or could we make one of these that tastes
Nope.
good?
Oh,
Nope, I have no interest.
yeah, and I think in order to, they can do this because they have a much larger system.
Yep, I have no interest in gluten-free anything.
But trying to extract, the one that we made for Laura is the only good one I've ever had, I think.
That was like a weird cidery. That was great.
It tasted like apples for some reason,
Really
but
good.
no, this, our vessel wouldn't be of sufficient size to get this ABV from millet. Otherwise, I would entertain it, but oh God. All right, here. So we need themes.
Sorghum can be jettisoned right into space. Oof.
Yeah, sorghum. I think that the sorghum, it was actually a sorghum syrup that we used for Laura's.
Ugh.
Yeah, could be the sugars or the toasted woods in there. Well, I mean, Saucefire, you're not entirely wrong. There is a relationship for sure. Now, but we are trying to secure from chat et al. Unique vibes. Oh, now that's interesting. Demetrios is trying to get dialed into some Black Remnant lore. Mm-hmm. I can see that. So the cabin is a place where mech jocks hang out in Bergton in the Solaris Reaches. Mm-hmm. I like that as a theme. Star Trek beer. Well, Master Benson, is it time to celebrate your Mubba?
No.
Mubba?
Mubba.
Well, I say I don't hate it, but arguably, inside the vessel right now is one for the new year. Snake Pilskin for the Year of the Snake.
Very true.
Uranus, a Thornwatch themed brew. That is interesting. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
I think we.
Well, we've done.
I thought we did one, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But that was ages ago.
but not deep, not deep, and we could definitely get into some lore today, right? Bashful EJB, exactly. Doesn't want to be celebrated.
Red ale.
Yeah. Oh yes, the Pop Hop, the Cranium Rat tank. You got the deep cuts, dude. You got the deep ass cuts. But yeah, I'm liking Thornwatch or Cabin's House beer so far. If I get another good one here, we can throw in there. Star Trek beer, I mean, my guess is that that's going to be the same synthahol they use, broadly speaking, in 10 Forward, right? We're talking about something that is adjacent, perhaps, to alcohol.
Or you could do something weird. What's, Klingon beer or...
We've done awesome Klingon beers.
Orion or...
Yeah, Orion
beer.
Pirates. Well, Incognito, I'm trying to get one more. Right now, in terms of hooks, I've got one for Black Remnant, and I got one for the Thornwatch. Yeah, Jeff brought in some licensed Star Trek beers, and they were kind of good. Like, they were way better than they needed to be. Right? It's just a branding exercise, but they were actually kind of good.
Of course, How do you make beer blue? Dye.
Yep. Fruit coloring.
Dye, but man, it's coming off of a yellow or a brown to get to blue is kind of wild stuff.
Yeah. I used to dye beer green for St. Patty's Day all the time. So.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that you're going to start with something yellow, and then you hit it yellow and blue, right? We all know Ziploc. That makes green.
Yeah.
Baja Blast. Oh, we did a ton of good beer motors. We made some quality products here. Well, here for now, let's go with one of these two.
Done Wheel
like
Saint.
these, yeah, we did Wheel Saint as well. It was some kind of
We did both. We
Yeah.
did the saint and the...
we did the demon, the devil. Yeah, somebody was really, they were really hitting me up, trying to figure out. I passed it over to Hugh Howey, who wrote Silo, the Wool books, and he's like, "This is super cool. I'm going to take this around. I hope that something happens with that."
That'd be awesome.
I think that we're ready. I think that we are ready. I think that we're just about to be done with the 90s, which were the 70s,
Yes.
which is the modern time. We're about to get into some Patrick Swayze hair, and I think that we have got the license for that.
It is primed to go.
Absolutely. Cranston, it's good to see you. Welcome aboard. Now, it may well be that Cranston is the one that pushed this over the edge. So they want to do... Now, I actually have a question about this. In terms of the cabin,
Yep.
is the cabin real?
Yeah.
Is the cabin like from the Solaris book?
Yeah.
Is all that stuff real? Is Bergton real?
Yeah.
But not Nash Industries.
No.
See, this is why I have to ask, because sometimes it comes up and I'm like, that's cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more about Fiona Nash. Can't find it. But then the other stuff is legit. Anyway, now, but this being said, we have a cool opportunity. It's like the Atlas. It's like Atlas chugged, right? We have an opportunity to, just like we used to do with AI, to work with the story and make some lore around it. Because again, like I think fermentables, a lot of our stuff is just like whatever you can get. It's like catch as catch can. But on Solaris, you can probably actually get regular materials. It's just a matter of the expense, right? Mm-hmm. But lore is going to be required for this.
Yeah, it's a dive bar that's services mech jocks that are in the games.
Yeah. So I'm just saying there's a lot of cool things to think about when it comes to the lore behind that, like what they're looking for when they come back. Is it like, because the truth is,
considering
there could
it's
be multiple.
so hot in that mech, they might want a Pilsner or something light and refreshing.
Exactly. And they've sort of shown it at different times, like what it's like. So the heat sinks, just lore-wise, the heat sinks are for the mech. They are not for the pilot.
Right.
And so in different eras, they've actually shown, like sometimes they're wearing like a flight suit type thing. Different eras of the art basically have you like stripped down to almost nothing inside the cockpit. Like that's how hot it is, right? It reminds me, did you see that, do you see any of the videos from Secret Level?
Yeah, just the 40K one.
Okay. The Armored Core one is a must. And he's basically inside that core down to almost nothing too. Like it's the same kind of vibe. Well here, I think we're good here. So if we're talking about this, do we want to dial it in? Like, is there more than one beer on tap and are we trying to execute a specific one? Like you come back to the cabin and you're the winner. Is there something for winners? Right? So here, let's just deal in to some vibes. For winners only seems like a super cool vibe.
Yep.
Right?
It's like having champagne after you win.
Absolutely. And then it's just like or something that is just like because what they had suggested previously was their house beer. But do we want to embroider some lore here? Do we want to say that there's something special? Because I remember once I went to I think I've talked about it before, but the whiskey bar used to have that pony keg, and you didn't have to buy it even. They just had it there, and you could just have some if you wanted. I like the idea that there's just like something special, something limited edition, and it might change from time to time, but the idea that there's going to be something that is there, you come in and everybody in the cabin knows who gets that. It might even be ready for them, right?
Right.
So yes, that's what we have to do. Lore-wise, that's it. You come back to the cabin, it's like on the counter. It's like when they pour a Guinness and it's sort of like, they leave it on the plate for the foam to come down.
Yeah, I get irrationally angry when bartenders don't pour a Guinness correctly. I mean, irrationally angry.
I have been, like I saw it and I was just 21 when I went to Ireland. So I didn't have a significant amount of bar experience, right? Because we went in March and I turned 21 in February. So I wasn't like, going to bars was not yet part of my world. And so the very first place I saw this ritual was in fucking Dublin. And so I was like, is this just how they always do it? No, it's a Guinness thing. They have a little blade. They're like wiping it off, and then it's a ritual, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not even that hard. It's pour it at an angle up, halfway and stop, and then pour the rest a little bit later.
Exactly. Right through the foam.
Yeah.
It is not.
It's infuriating. Like I was at the Elephant and Castle, a British pub.
Yeah.
Not really. It's just a fake one, but like.
But it's fun.
Yeah, but they couldn't pour it right. Like, are you kidding me?
To me, it's essentially like it's an indictment, right? It's wrong. But part of the reason it's wrong is because that's not how they do it, right? I think it's impatience. Like
people don't want to wait.
This is what it is, but it's like you wait for that. You wait for a Guinness. Like that's part of it. It's like listening to a vinyl or something.
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds of waiting.
It's not a big deal.
5 seconds though, added up when you're trying to serve 10 people.
Nothing.
But here's the crazy part, Josh.
Nothing to you.
No, I've been behind a bar. It's cocktails that you don't want to serve.
I don't mean to them. I'm talking about the other assholes in line that don't want to wait for this shit. They just want their fucking beer.
It could be.
I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah. But what's interesting, Josh, is that this is so much a part of it, because it's a nitro pour. It's so much a part of it that there is a branded Guinness plate.
Yeah.
That's like installed on the table, and it is very wide. It is designed to accommodate. All right, here now.
Yeah, I agree, Sauce. They're not paying for my drink, so fuck them. They can wait. Now, if they are paying for my drink, well, then maybe we'll have a discussion.
Different story. Now, I do need someone to make this decision.
Cranston made it.
Then you shall have it. It is the daily classic. So this is not for the winner. This is for everyone else in the bar. And I think that is a good theme. So, Tomboy Notes is up.
No, Angus, it does not take more time to pour a Guinness than it does to make an old fashioned.
No.
An old fashioned will take you 2 minutes minimum. A Guinness will
you're
properly
peeling,
poured is a minute at most.
Right? You're peeling, but understand it's ritualized. Like they're pulling this off the tap, they're setting it in a specific place. I promise you, it's not a big deal. Now, but I do have the Tomboy Notes up, so we are ready for our guardrails, which begins with ABV.
We haven't figured out a style of beer yet.
That's true. What do we think? So now we have our daily, right? We know what it's meant to be inside the universe.
We could do a brown ale, which apparently we're really great at fucking making these days.
Yeah, we make a brown ale even when we don't need to.
Yeah.
Brown ales kick ass, and also it's a pretty classic, right?
Yeah. It could be a Saison, which would be kind of fun because it's just whatever the hell they find in this area of...
Well, exactly. And it could be a situation where it's like, it's a terroir thing like Belgium, right? Mm-hmm. Where the place itself sort of inflects the flavor.
Yep.
Saison, so some wild, untamed yeasts.
Or a porter. I like the idea of a porter too.
Porters are classic and drinkable. Style. Let's get it. Yeah, I mean the brown ale I like. There's like a bronze medal. It's like everybody else's third place. Mm-hmm. It's just sort of we accept it, and then there's a on ramp onto the winter beer. Saison, correct for the reasons Eric enunciated. It's because this is a style of beer that is very tolerant inside the recipe. You make it with what you can. Mm-hmm. Porter is just killer. Porter is so good. If you're ever up in this neck of the woods, you should try the Coco Jones Porter from Black Raven. Mm. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. A little coconut in there.
Oof, disgusting.
It's perfect. Oh, is that poison? Is that Eric poison?
Yep.
Yeah. I will drink all the cocoa porter.
I'm fine with that.
I'll handle it. Oh. Tricorn is very good.
Yeah, tricorn is very good.
Tricorn is a must. If you ever saw us playing Samurai Battles, or if you've ever played Memoir 44, you know that these are all variants of the Command and Colors system. We played a variant called Command and Colors Tricorn that was designed to simulate the American Revolution, and it was unbelievably good. Running away in Samurai Battles, running away from fights, like being, having your morale tested and pulling back is like bad. We don't like it.
No.
It chews up your honor resource and like, especially if it's a leader.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's scary.
Oh, yeah.
In American Revolution, if you are ever driven back and you fail to make a check, that unit just dies. That's like OG wargame stuff. Like you lose a whole tray in Warhammer, the old world.
Oh, yeah.
It's hardcore shit. Now, it doesn't surprise me, I guess I should say, that they have gone with the one that has the best lore, in this case, which is the Saison, which means we can play around with it as much as we want. But yeah, the rules around a Saison are very broad.
Yeah.
Bell's Oberon is healing me. I mean, it's just a wheat ale, but it is washing the millet away, Josh. It is washing the millet away.
What if you mix them together?
All right.
Ugh, what?
Oh God. You don't have to do whatever Josh says.
Yeah, but it's a tradition. I've been doing whatever Josh says for like 6 years.
It's more fun if you do what I say.
I used to eat handfuls of garbage at his request. Do you remember Crab 30?
I
yeah.
remember crabs. I remember eating all those crabs.
I don't want to remember eating all those crabs.
Hot sauce on there.
Honestly, that actually flattened it out.
There you go, see?
Oh, see, now it's just the caramel. Oh, man, I was worried, Josh. Oh, I was worried. Anyway, so ABV, right? But Saison ABV can go kind of wild,
Yeah,
right?
have fun. 3.5 to 9.5.
Wow!
But if this is a daily classic, I don't think it's going to be in the higher range.
Yeah.
You're going there to
it
have
wouldn't be
a
worth the
couple of them.
investment,
You're
right?
going there to have a couple of them, not one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to give you, obviously, you're going to purchase the entire seat, but you only need the edge. That's from Spokane. A lot of the advertisements about tractor pulls. Have you never heard that saying?
No, I didn't know.
No, so if you have a tractor pull, it's like Sunday, 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 and then it's like, you bought the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. You've never heard this?
Never heard.
You've bought the whole seat because that's
I get it.
You get the seat, but then it's like you're sitting on the edge of the zone, right?
Oh boy. Spokane, man.
Spokane is it's a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug.
It's not just Spokane.
No,
Western,
exactly. It's
far
Spokane.
Western Washington is the same.
Yeah. I
heard
think
the
I think there are
Abilene.
lots of Spokanes. I mean, the difference, right, is that Spokane is like embarrassed. It's like just getting to the point where it's like embarrassed about it,
Well, yeah, it's got a college. I mean, it should be doing better than that.
right? They got the Gonzaga.
I had a tractor. I went to a tractor when I was a kid once. Good old Missouri.
Man, I did it. I mean, I did time, 3.5. So they're looking for the daily. They are looking for something they're going to be pulling off time after time. Is this the only time they have? I think this might be one of the very, very few times in the entire run of the show where they've gone below 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's look, this is just safe to drink.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying.
Anywhere is between 2 and 22 for the color.
All right.
So what is it, you know?
2.
Did the beer get fucked up, or are we gonna get an actual right color?
Here, no. Let's take a look at the SRM chart, Mr. Price.
Go. Thank you.
All right.
Jesus, so slow.
Between 2. Wow. Man, they're really giving it to you, huh? 12.
Yep. It's like X.
Can deliver on your own. 2. All right. So very clear distinctions here. We got that gold up on the top. We got this, you know, something in the middle there. We're moving into sort of a copper range.
Wait, how?
What? Did I fuck up?
Tank, how did you not like riding on the back of Bigfoot? That's like every kid's dream.
That Yeti?
No, the monster truck.
What?
It's a giant pickup.
It's the huge.
Giant pickup way off the ground that does.
No, I know
wheelies
exactly
at
what
an
Bigfoot
instant, so
is.
you
I was
could
about to say,
end
you don't know
up
what Bigfoot
on the
is?
ground any second.
Yeah, because not.
I mean, because it's not Crypt Creeper, that's a fair.
It's actually Gravedigger.
Oh, Gravedigger, yes. God, there probably was Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper was from the show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I've read all those old comics; are great.
Oh yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales in the Crypt, Vault of Horror.
Tales from the Crypt. All right, now 12, right in
It's
the
a
middle.
really fun show.
I'm liking it. So it's like and as an anthology, mwah. 12 for the SRM. So we're talking about something right in the middle of our range here. Still, again, I think lore-wise, we're talking about something where it's just like S.A. Wells was talking about it before, like the C Team, right? In the C Team, the whole idea, in fact, when we were talking to the people who were over at Harebrained Schemes, sort of about the show, and they're like, the C Team, that doesn't sound aspirational. And I'm like, no, it's a joke. It's not supposed to be aspirational. This is like a group out in the sticks. And I definitely think that the color of it sort of being like the third place medal, like the bronze medal, is part of the lore of this thing. Because this is what everybody else drinks when the winter comes in, right? All right, so now we're talking about the bittering, right? The Eden.
Yep. And anywhere is between 20 and 35.
Okay.
So it's really a balance out malt flavoring.
Yeah. These really aren't about the crazy stuff. All right, now take a look at this. Oh, Uramis, it's possible that it shifted as I clicked it, but when I clicked it, it was actually 4.5. So, I mean, it could be it could be gerrymandering. You know, wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, hey, Les Linthar, nothing would bring me more pleasure than to announce that the Black Remnant show takes place in the Ill Clan era. So I think Eric felt like the Ill Clan era was in the same, like when BioWare was doing Knights of the Old Republic, they went way, way back in time so that they could do whatever they wanted. For us in the timeline, we sort of chose this new era to put a stamp on it. God, I remember hanging chads, Jesus. What a dark time. Freedom fries.
People can drink now.
Were those
have
the
no
same
comprehension
time
what that
frame?
was.
It's just,
I mean, Freedom Fries was 9/11. When were Hanging Chats?
hanging chads, that was,
2000 election
yeah, that was Gore.
in Florida.
Yeah, Gore and Bush. Suppress. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's all of a piece. It's all of a piece with this weird political behavior. Freedom fries, really? It's embarrassing.
It is. It was. It is and was.
It's embarrassing. It's just...
I don't know, calling them French fries is pretty dumb too.
Well, I'm not saying that it's, lexically it's like legitimate. I'm just... Yeah.
Potatoes cut everywhere. Potatoes cut at the
Not everywhere.
What, frites?
everywhere.
Frites?
In the U.S., I mean, you go to their chips in Britain.
True. Same with us.
Aren't French fries, though, really.
Yeah,
Chips
yeah, they
more
are.
like
Yeah, they are.
JoJo-y.
Are they whiter?
They're
Yeah.
bigger, but
Yeah.
it depends on where you go.
Generic term.
Yeah.
It's a generic term for fries.
Right, but then a JoJo, to my mind, a JoJo has to have the skin.
Yep, pommes frites. Yep.
I mean, would you say that's true, Josh?
A JoJo has to be seasoned.
Oh, it has to be seasoned for sure, but in my mind, skin is definitely part
I
of it.
don't think they would hold up
Biggest
without the skin.
argument that me
They
and
need
Eric
it.
Have is about whether they're called potato wedges or JoJo's.
Well, I mean, that's an easy
They're
one.
both. The potato wedge is just
Ghostly
what they are.
Clockwork-
It's a wedge of potato.
Ghostly Clockwork has
there's no discussion
an
there.
issue in their family, in their home, and it has created some chaos in the domestic sphere about whether or not they are JoJo's
Potato wedges.
or potato wedges, and they are not potato wedges, obviously.
They are both. It's a wedge of potato.
Well, I mean,
of course it's a
I
potato
agree
wedge.
with
That's
Josh
a
on this
stupid
one.
argument.
I think it's dumb to eat either of them.
Soda. Wow.
It's called soda.
Shots
This is what Kiko says.
Yeah, whatever
called
asshole calls it
Sody
pop, like
Sody
get out of
pop.
here.
It's down south.
I
No,
call it all
actually,
of them.
it's up in New
depends.
York. It's up,
Yeah.
upstate, like Buffalo in that area.
Indiana
Yeah.
is soda as well.
Oh no, soda's the right way to say it. Pop. I'm
I'm saying Indiana, but out here it's pop.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
really,
Ugh.
it's whatever the fuck you want.
That's
Depends
true.
on the circumstance.
So you're saying it's like JoJo's and potato wedges?
No, but
could be.
potato wedges is
what's
what
the-
it is. It's a wedge of potato.
But
It's
I
not
would
a
say soda
or
is
a
also pop then.
That doesn't make any sense, dude.
It's like people who call drinking fountains bubblers.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, there's one area in I think Jersey that basically they all call them bubblers.
Yeah, well, no one cares about Jersey.
Yeah, I've heard this. Now,
That doesn't even
so
make
all
sense.
all
Gotta make
guardrails
sense here,
established.
people.
Now it's time for the next.
Okay.
It's time for the next phase.
Cool. So we are going to go with Golden Promise, 2-row,
Yeah,
or
it's weird.
6-row.
Ooh.
Down south, everything is Coke.
Out here, everything's fucking Coke.
No, I mean if it's like hey, you want a Coke?
They
Yeah, what
call
kind?
all
root beer.
soda Coke.
Yeah. In France, it's the same thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking, Rex. I have grandparents in Jersey.
Now, I like the idea that, because think about how many. We're talking about a really significant amount of time for other grains, especially to be developed. I like the idea that 6-row is like an especially hardy, useful type of grain.
Try and thumb that scale, eh? There,
Well,
buddy?
this is purely about lore. I mean, Golden Promise is very good. That's a sweet, it's an even sweeter, optimized for brewing version of a 2-row.
Yep.
And then you got the 2-row, which is essentially the
Dry and
spine,
crisp. Yep.
dry and crisp. It's the spine of brewing globally. 6-row is a little weird. It has a much harsher, at least in my opinion, it has a much harsher wheat character. But it's also like per stock. Can you pull up a picture? So, I just think it's interesting. Yeah. So take a look at this. So over on Eric's device here. The 2 row, so there's seeds essentially growing evenly on each side of the stalk. And then the 6th row is really more of a hexagonal. So per stalk, it's a significantly higher yield. To me, that feels sci-fi. Like, that feels like what you would grow as a practical matter, especially out at the edge of, the civilization there. To me, that makes sense. It's very, very practical, right?
Yes.
Well, and the people agree.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you spun a good story.
Oh, yeah, I spun a yarn, arguably.
Okay, so we can add wheat, we can add oats, we can add rye.
Interesting.
I'd say those are 3 cool new choices.
We done with rye?
Yep.
Ton. We've done a ton. So
Not
wheat.
a ton.
Yeah,
but
well, I
some.
mean, it's not.
This,
enough.
No,
whatever the hell
I
this
mean-
is made with
But
rye.
some.
I mean, over the course of the show we have, rye is relatively obscure even in modern
Rye in
brewing.
it that we ever did, but I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, rye tends to get used in other types of fermentation. But wheat, additional fermentable, sugars, unique, novel character. Oats has some sugar, but what the main thing that oats do is like head retention
Mouthfeel.
and mouthfeel. So it gives it sort of a soapy, creamy mouthfeel.
Yep.
It might be an interesting way to handle that. And then rye tends to, experientially, rye tends to have a spicy, earthy character. It's a very hard grain.
Yep.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
What?
I'm done.
All right. Have fun.
Well, that was a good time, everyone.
No, I'll be back.
We'll see you next week.
Here. It's
Great.
It is in your best interest, Josh, to mute the microphone.
Volume.
Crank it all the way up.
Turn
No,
all the way up.
don't.
Sure the
That's the
signal's all
opposite.
the way over there.
No, don't turn it up.
Yeah, Jerry's gone forever.
Nothing could stop me.
No, lag, no millet. We're done with millet.
Tried it once, we're done.
Yep. It was fun to try. Don't need to do it again. Ooh, Rye is winning. Okay. Yeah, Jerry went out to get Rye and we never saw him again. The tale as old as time.
Yeah.
I know many abandoned youth who were told that it was just for a cup of rye they needed to get. Yeah, a song as old as rye.
Stop.
That's what got you?
No, you already had it, and then it just keeps going, and I want it to go away.
What?
Every time you say a tale as old as time, which you tend to say a lot, fucking Beauty and the Beast, right there,
When do I ever say a tale as old as time?
all the time. You just said it, also,
Today.
just now.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever said it before
Eh,
this show.
You say it often enough
Really?
that it happens and goes in there.
So all you can think about is Beauty and the Beast now?
Yep.
So you're just singing that song?
Yeah.
your head?
Just in my head.
Oh shit, now we got something on them. This is gonna be great.
Oh, you can do that with pretty much fucking any older Disney song.
Yeah, but if I can get you with Beauty and the Beast, that's like just,
That's a pretty bad one.
that's great.
Especially with the rather generic phrase, tale as old as
Are
time.
you a Disney adult?
It's
that
not
what we're
a
learning
generic
today?
No,
phrase.
I
Who
just,
says that?
I found out that anytime we use a tale as old as time, it sets Josh off because all he can think about is Beauty and the Beast and sing the song in his head.
Oh, he has to complete the rest.
yeah.
Yes.
So
I mean, that feels
Just
true.
fucking stuff
That feels
in there
very
now.
true to me.
So now, I mean, it's one more, piece of ammunition
Absolutely. Yeah.
against
put
Josh's
it in the
arsenal.
chamber.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Rye. So, so they are looking for rye.
Do I say a tale as old as time? I think you say a tale
I
as
do.
old as time.
I don't know.
I don't think I
Either
say it
way,
that much.
it gets said. I don't.
I'm
care
saying
who
it
says
emerges into the space. Now,
Somehow it ends up in my head. That's how.
Well, now it's going to end up a
it's-
lot
it's-
more
it's
because you
gotten-
told us
it's gotten
that.
germinated. No, so
Let me
rye,
tell you, you're fucked.
But I like rye. I mean, for the same reason I like the 6-year. They're both hardy. These are both going to be practical grains that they're both going to offer something really unique to the Saison. But
You're a practical brain.
but they're both very, very hardy specimens, which I think makes them, again, if we're thinking about the Expanse, like practical sci-fi, it's pretty, like BattleTech is pretty hard sci-fi.
Is it?
Yeah, because hard sci-fi has to
Define
answer,
hard sci-fi, because this is more fascinating.
because it isn't, there's no force.
Okay.
The languages, there's also no aliens.
That's what makes it hard sci-fi? I thought that would make it easy sci-fi.
No, often hard sci-fi emphasizes the aspects of the future that have like a pragmatic core, right? They tend to.
Okay.
So like almost as real as possible, but as future as possible.
Yeah, and so this is why I say the Expanse is very hard sci-fi. But
I've never watched The Expanse. That's a bad analogy for me.
yeah, they try to minimize the fantasy elements. So you might have an alien species, but you would never have something like the Force,
Okay.
right? So it's a very pragmatic form of projecting into the future. Foundation would be a good example.
Star Trek's pretty soft.
Star Trek is pretty.
How is that fucking hard sci-fi? That's like
But
I think we just made Kiko mad.
well,
Yeah.
no, but all the peoples.
There's aliens. There's fucking.
They're not though. No, there's not aliens. There's people with different shapes on their forehead. Like, this
You're
is not,
deleting yourself. You're literally dying every time you go into a transporter. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what about the Borgs, Jerry?
it's the Borg. It's fantasy as shit.
No, these are.
I'm sorry, you don't have a flying space dragon. I think
These
actually
are
you probably do.
these
in
are
Star Trek.
cybernetic
It's pretty
organisms.
out there. Now, it's not Star Wars, which is
A
definitely
fucking
fantasy.
Q? What the fuck
But-
was Q? Come on. Hey, thank you, Lag.
That one's a little hard to
Star
call.
Yeah,
Trek kinda
I'm not.
swings between
Yeah,
soft and Star.
nope. That's hard as or soft as shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now that I know the difference, I'm sorry.
What does God need with a starship? That's the fundamental question we're asking.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Star Trek episode, the movie
Yeah.
6?
No, it's the very first movie.
5. No, what God Needs a Starship was the one where they actually go visit God.
Oh, that's right. That's later.
That's like 5.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, where they went? Yeah, where
Yeah,
fucking
the
Rip
Q
Torn
continuum,
went
yes.
out into space and
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think Star Trek is actually that soft.
it's soft as fuck.
It depends which episode.
Listen-
Some episodes
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
Literally
true.
every episode.
It's almost like an anthology series in some ways. No,
Tribbles? What the fuck were those? That's
it's a
not
rodent.
that's not a person with a thing.
that's just like a mouse.
An alien rat.
It's like a round
an
mouse.
Alien
Like,
rodent.
listen, that's a terrible example.
Are you
A
kidding
Tribble,
me?
I got you.
Hey,
Tribble,
hey,
that's a
Jerry,
rabbit mouse.
Jerry, the internet says some prime examples of soft science fiction
Yeah,
are
number one.
Stargate, Star Trek, Star Wars. Anything
You
with Star in the
can't
name.
put Star Trek and listen.
Well,
if your
fucking J.J. Abrams can
If
name the
your
same
bucket-
goddamn series.
if your bucket can include Star Wars and Star Trek, it is
big
not
bucket.
a good bucket. That is not a useful tool.
Listen, Star Wars doesn't really belong in there. That's true, at all. But it's still not. Yours is still soft.
Yeah,
Sorry. You're soft, Jerry.
yeah,
Hey, all right. So
it's soft as shit.
yeah. So they want
You
right.
can't argue any hard.
The main thing is that
Hardness.
that the people crave, the children long for rye, and so they should have it. Science fantasy. I mean, that makes sense.
Oh, Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 feels hard to me.
I feel like Babylon. No, I mean, it still had the Babylon 5
Yeah,
had
it has
aliens?
a lot of weird shit
Well,
in
yeah,
there.
no, it's okay to have aliens that are practical.
You just said you can't have aliens.
Yeah.
No.
That are
You're just changing
practical
the rules.
aliens, just not hostile aliens.
No, not magical aliens is what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, yeah,
Oh my
Odo,
God.
like yeah, fucking Odo. The motherfucker could change shape. That's practical.
well, no, they live in a fucking ocean.
Cool.
Yeah, they're all
Oh,
hanging out.
yeah, very practical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the optimal scenario.
Yeah.
Honestly.
yeah. Everybody just gets a giant pool at
It's in a bucket.
in the
If you're
community
goo-
center.
If you're goo, yeah. Physics do matter. And so that's sort of what I mean. Like, Expanse is very, very particular about how it utilizes like more advanced concepts.
Battlestar Galactica would be hard, wouldn't it?
I think Battlestar Galactica is quite hard.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
super hard, right? Because there's nothing about that. It's just jettisoned into space. Let's go.
Yeah, and there's
mean,
an alien race, but
Cylons-
we made them.
Yeah, manufactured, right?
You see what I mean?
It's not even alien, really. It's
Robots.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying that like what would take the place of the Op-4, like the
Yeah.
other, is a species that we invented.
yeah.
PSG is really good. Anyway,
Oh, I agree.
no. So rye, that's
I
what we
think
got.
we're good on grains for this because I feel
Yeah.
like when we've got rye and pale, and it's a practical beer for this dive bar.
Exactly.
They're
They're
not getting
not gonna
too
mess with
like
it.
crazy with it.
They're not
right?
going to mess around with it.
This is like doing Red Larch regular, right? This is the same kind of idea.
Well, yeah, you have to think about the woman who's going to have to make all this stuff, right?
Wow. I think that's wrong that you said a woman would have to make it.
Well, I'm
right?
saying the profit in terms of the
And whatever, Jerry. I mean, that's fine.
the drawn
man,
and
yeah.
courtier. I'm saying like part of the. Well,
Wow, that's
she
some
owns
hard
it.
sci-fi right there.
She
Jesus,
owns it.
Jerry.
It's her property.
Yeah, she has to make it. Okay.
Yep. Hard sci-fi.
Jerry's gonna get canceled right here.
Yep.
Please, I beg you,
Yeah.
put an end to this.
Lift this weight from your shoulder.
Take this heavy mantle.
Take these broken wings.
Yeah, I don't learn to fly again.
Farscape. Huh.
I was a huge fan of Farscape.
Many were. Many were. All right, so we got something strong here. So would I be correct in saying that you are moving into the hop
Yes.
universe? And at 20 IBU, this is going to be part of it. It's just it's there mostly to keep the malt company. It's not really a big part of the presence. It's just going to be there in concert with the 6th row and the rye.
I
right?
like the idea of East Kent Goldings because it's floral, lavender, spicy honey. Mm-hmm. But what else would be a good choice? Would we want to go tobacco and earthy?
I think that what we want, weirdly, is
So Stargate started hard and then went soft.
well, a lot.
A lot of them do.
As these shows progress, eventually they have to reach out and find something else. Like eventually, the Enterprise had a child.
Yeah. There's only so long you can do that.
Maintain the stasis.
Well,
See,
even
now you're even
Expanse
fucking-
Eventually went to the weird wormhole thing, right?
Yeah, slow space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so East Kent Goldings, I like the idea that out here, similar to the grains, I like the idea that out here it's like hops with a really broad range. Like they're essentially just trying to grow something and address a bunch of flavor profiles.
Magnum.
They can't specialize, right?
Yeah.
Magnum makes sense, I think. Obviously, we like the,
Pepper. It's peppery.
The lexicology.
It's bitter. It's citrus.
yeah.
It's everything. It's a shotgun show.
Yeah, it's a big gun. So I love that. I think out here, they're growing what's gonna last, what's gonna survive, and what's gonna be, broadly speaking, practical.
Warrior.
Warrior is another great one. Yeah, that's another big gun, right?
Oh yeah.
We got
Let's Good question. It was actually developed right here in Washington State.
Well, many are. Like, there's,
yeah.
I mean, this is the thing that you might not know if you're just an enthusiast of the medium. Out here, it is not uncommon to get beers that use hops that don't have names yet. They're just numbers that are just like serial codes, basically.
Yeah.
And then if they work and if brewers start to use them, then they get a name designation and get a broader
Yeah.
grow.
Remember like HM whatever?
Yeah, there's 264.
286 or something?
Yeah,
like that?
there's a ton. It happens all the time. Out here, I've never seen that anywhere else.
Well, it's because, in America, most of the hops are made here.
Oh, exactly.
For most of the
I'm
world,
saying,
too.
especially if you're trying to cross-pollinate and breed, like it's going to happen here.
Yeah.
So what do we got on that Warrior?
It's piney, zesty, lemony, pineapple, with a little bit of basil.
Ooh, basil. Man, that's a very interesting one, I think. So hop. All three of those are, again, they're shotguns, super widespread. You're going to emphasize that. And it's like, depending on the beer, like Velvet Rope, for whatever reason, just because of the malt bill and the yeast, there was really only one flavor that came through from the entire range of Tet.
Yeah.
And it was just cinnamon.
Totally. Yeah.
For some reason. You never had a chance to make your trailer. We used to fantasize about this.
And
About that Svartwaffen.
we're older men now.
Yeah.
Boys. And
I pictured it so long and at such detail that I can take a tour of it in my mind.
it's also expensive to buy a trailer.
It's thoroughly expensive.
Yeah. But
Rude, perhaps.
I'd rather just sit home and play tricorn.
Worse things have happened. Well, yeah, play tricorn and eat French dips. Worse things have
French
happened.
dip was great.
I'm glad.
I think.
It sat in there for 8 hours. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
that au jus turned out hot.
I probably could have finished the rest of that meat on that
On the tray.
on the tray.
All right, you beasts. I understand that, trained as you have been by the wicked Josh Price. Oh, and even as I shame Josh Price,
Oh, Warrior. Yeah, fun.
he let it happen.
Yeah.
I was wrong, Josh. Now, so
What was
Warrior,
our IBU?
the Ibu is 20.
Oh.
So that is a huge winner from my perspective. That's a huge win. Yeah, Hobie, it's a weapon. There's a very, very broad range of cool tastes in there. But truly, any one of these three would have been great. All right, now, Yeast, right?
We are going to have a drag-out fight between the Belgian Saison and the French Saison.
Interesting.
Yep.
What are the distinctions between those?
Belgian is spicy, complex, and tart.
Yeah, and we sort of like Fin du Monde, like we sort of know that vibe, I think, for Belgians, right?
Yep. And the French is peppery and citrusy.
Ah.
Belgian's a little bit more of that bubblegum flavor.
Yeah, clove, like the classic weird wild yeast flavors.
Yep.
The French ones are a little more harsh. Yeah, well, they're more French, right? They're a little bit more. It tends to it doesn't emphasize body in the drink, right? It's a pretty thin drink, but it does that pepper angle is really interesting. I would say that their version of the Saison is a lot more toward the sour range. That's the horse blanket, right? Like the French Saison. Yeah. So what the chat has decided is that they would like to make a beer that's drinkable, and I respect that. Like I recognize it, I honor it, and I respect it. But Rex Verity, there must be. I mean, this is part of what makes it hard sci-fi is that when you look at the inner sphere and you look at a specific planet, They tell you what languages they speak there, and they're all languages you have heard of. It projects forward from now and assumes that history exists as we've known it, and will continue based on similar dynamics. Yeah, of course, Essay. That's no problem at all. Belgian Saison.
Cool.
Now, so go ahead and read off everything that we have put in this. It's not super complex because it's supposed to be simple.
Six row rye, warrior hops, and Belgian Saison.
There you go. There you go. Now, so last, of course, is the name. This is the house beer, the normal tap, the largest volume production of the cabin, which exists in the Solaris Reaches, a rough-hewn portion of that world where mech warriors, trade stories, and clink glasses.
Rye on the prize, nice.
Tasteful.
Rough Rider? Nice.
You nerds. This is nerd behavior.
Oh, fucking Whedon's character was a goddamn space wizard. And the Q as well.
Oh, the Q continuum?
Yeah, but then Crusher became a little just time traveler.
He lives parallel to time.
Yeah.
Correct. 'Tis the Saison. Yeah, I mean, Warrior. People are hooked on this rye.
That's good. Liquor cabinet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ride the lightning. Nice.
Very nerdy. Very nerdy behavior. All right, so I've got some strong rye. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, that's all right. I think Tank's got 2 in here. He does. These are both smooth. Oh, I did not notice Rahu Jube's sub. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Cry your nice.
Nerds, reality check. Rex. I've got 4 rye items. All right?
What are you expecting?
Do it less. There's something that doesn't have rye in it.
Oh.
So I'm saying that rye has got to be, these new rye options have to be at the apex in order to get put in here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Seasonal beer. I mean, Cranston, I respect it. Variety. Here, no, Cranston, how pleased were you that the Irregulars got their own box? You must have been over the moon. The inner beer.
Woo. That's good.
That's very nice.
Brussels stout. That'd be good if we were doing a porter or something, or a dark Belgian.
Gotta keep that in mind.
Saisons in the sun.
Nice. There we go. Alexander Kransky. This is nerd shit.
Wow.
No, but also Saucefire. Why isn't it Alexander Kransky?
Alexander Drinksky.
Oh, Saison finale. Ooh. Now that is very strong. Cabin juice, I can see being what they literally call it. The cult that runs the FTL here. So let's go ahead and put this vote up. The cult that runs the the hyperpulse generator, the APG, the HPG network, was Comstar, and that was sort of the
Actual cult?
yeah.
Well, the word of Blake was inside.
The word of Blake
came from Comstar.
essentially interpreted certain writings, or maybe made them up from whole cloth, or something.
Like you do.
Like you do. But yes, it's very much,
Tale as old as time.
if you will. Hey yo. But it's very similar. It's very similar to Foundation, and there's some Warhammer in there as well, where like the AdMech, they have basically forgotten the technology. They've obscured it. They know it as a religion. In the Foundation, they make it a religion on purpose to protect it. And here they believe that Jerome Blake had prophecies of varying kinds, and they need to do what they can to manifest them. Yeah, Mechanicus Light, exactly right. Yeah, essay, I think you're right. But I also do think, I mean, judging on what I've got to go on here,
Yep.
even though it's close, I think it's Saison Finale,
Ooh, wow.
which is really tasty. I think that's actually very, very
That's
strong.
not what I was expecting to
No,
win.
no. I thought Cabin Juice might get it, but nope, Saison. Now, obviously, we have manufactured a pretend beer for the pretend bar on the pretend planet of Solaris, although I suppose it could be real.
You don't know yet.
That's exactly right. The main thing,
sci-fi.
is that we have accomplished the impossible yet again. We have brewed, we have created another recipe with our Amber Council, and then now we're going to reconfigure this place, and when you see it again at 2:30, you will find it radically transformed into a realm of battle. Young Rashawn Cole, the second coming.
Of Dirk Jester?
Well, I mean, we shall see. But we've already gotten ourselves into
A whole lot of shit.
a whole lot of shit already, and we're going to see how young Rashawn Cole is able to pull it out. It sounds like we're going to be using the multi-dice dueling type rules for today's battle. Very excited about that. Hopefully we can, I mean, the truth is that the best part about this game is that things going poorly just means the story is better. So it's like, even if things don't go well, it's just going to make an awesome arc. I don't know. MechWarrior Destiny, I think, is on another level. Anyway, I'm going to seize the machinery of the universe. 1 hour. Come back. Ready? Cha, pa, cha, roar.